I just want to say something real fast. If I die and someone else dies the same time as me and we get to go into a bar and play a game, this game better be a game that I know how to play or someone's going to get cut. Hello everybody and welcome back again. Heaven back with a new anime review. And as you guys can see, I have seen the anime Death Parade. Now before we dive into this 12 episodic roller coaster of emotions, I just want to say that this anime has literally ruined my makeup at least 4 times. Like, I think that's rude to the point where, like, they need to prepare me when shit's about to happen. Oh, my Pushin looks so cute in the background, but let's get started. So let's go over a basic synopsis of Death Parade, like a little intro. So how I got to watch this anime is that I like a lot of psychological thrillers, mystery, kind of drama, any kind of supernatural kind of anime with a little fantasy. That's kind of my take. So Death Parade is basically when 2 people die, they end up going to this limbo state and they end up at this room and they are seen by an arbiter. And now an arbiter in this story is basically someone who is going to oversee their deaths, and they either get to determine whether they go to heaven or go to hell. And the 2 people that died, they don't know where they are, and basically they are forced to play a game, and then based off the game they are either going to be tested their will in order to see if they are going to be reincarnated to the next life or sent to the depths of hell and just diminish forever. Alright, now, so let's go over a couple characters that you are going to meet while watching this anime. So basically to our left, we have Decim, who is going to be your arbiter throughout the show. And there are a lot of interesting things about Decim that I'm not going to say just for spoiler reasons, but there are a lot of factors that change throughout this entire show that make Decim one of the most memorable bartenders or arbiters of this show. And basically to our right, we have one of the other main characters named Chiaki, and she is also one of the people who have died, but her take on the story is very, very interesting, and also that she is kind of like one of those special cases, but you'll figure out why as you look throughout the show. Now, as I said before, there are 12 episodes to this show, which also makes for what I thought was 12 lessons in each episode. And for me, I thought it was very interesting for the anime to take the story this way, that each episode is kind of like it's in its own individual stand, but it precedes the story along every episode. And you are going to meet a lot of very interesting characters ranging from different backgrounds, ranging from different reasons why they are there. And it kind of shows how much humanity can either be very beautiful, it can be savage, it can be very greedy, it can be very just hateful, and at the same time, there can be a lot of love in this show. Alright, one thing that I want to mention is that when the 2 people are paired to play against each other based on the game that they chose when they press the button, as the game progresses, there has to be one winner and one loser. And as the game gets closer to the results, old memories of the timing before their deaths start to appear, and they start to recollect and know why they have been sent here, and they start to figure out why this random bartender is judging them and watching them from afar. Now, as for the pacing of this show, I thought it was very well done. Every time I ended an episode, I wanted to keep watching and watching the next. And as I keep wanting to watch the next one and the next one, Homegirl was not prepared as to what was going to happen. There was so many times where emotionally my head went through a roller coaster because the show does a very good job of grasping you onto characters, because you want either them to win the game or you want them to lose the game just based off how they interact and how kind of savage or how kind of just basically their whole like backstory. You're like, oh, they don't deserve this, or oh, this person was good in their life, they deserve this, it was a freak accident kind of stuff, blah blah blah. But overall, it was very good pacing. There was just one point where I will not gonna lie, when you guys watch this, and about mid season, there is an episode that I thought was very, very beautifully well done, and it just kind of made you remind you of like how well you should treat life. Now, as I stated before in the beginning of this video, I cried 4 times. Mostly the heavy parts of crying was towards the last bit of the show, and I just want to let you know it was episode 6, 8, 11, and 12 that basically threw my face through the waterworks. Alright, you guys, so I just want to give you a little taste of what you are going to hear from my favorite episode, episode 11, and this has to do with the character Chiaki, who, like I said, is this very special case, and this episode has probably one of the best scored original songs that I've ever heard in my life. And just to touch upon that, this score carried the show. Like, it already carried itself, but it like double carried the show. I'm not even kidding. So here's a little 10-second splash of like what you are going to hear. It is so beautiful. And that episode was called Memento Mori, and it basically dives really, really hard into the character of Chiaki. And the reason why that I picked this episode as kind of one of my favorites is that I can relate a lot to her, and just based off her situation, that's what kind of like really like, that's how the show really got to me. Now to go back on more so like the technical aspects of the show, the artist did holy crap, the artist did such a good job. Like, it was so beautiful to watch. Like, every like frame and every kind of just drawing was so unique. Like, every character had something unique about them and just their own personalities, and that's a really good aspect about a show. As I stated in One Punch Man, how every character is different. I thought this anime was probably one of the best animes I've seen of 2015. So just to kind of recap of the whole story is that it was very well done. The score was fantastic. The artistry of the show was fantastic. It was very, very engaging. I could relate to some of the characters. I basically ruined my makeup 4 times seeing this show. I thought the whole overall this show was basically 9 out of 10. What's keeping it from 10 out of 10? It may be people's cup of tea, but overall I think it was a very, very good anime, and I suggest it to a lot of people who are looking for something very deep, emotional. It also like drives like that need to watch the next episode. It gives you an incentive, and it also takes another look on life and how you shouldn't do things versus you should do things, and you should appreciate the little things, or you should appreciate stuff that's in front of you. So now I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry this has been so long since I've done an anime review. I plan to have another one out next week. I am graduating, so homegirl's gonna be out of college with a degree, and then I'll be like, you know, doing the typical job hunting, but I'll have a lot more free time so that you guys can look forward to the next anime. And hint hint, it might be a Wari no Seraph, or it might be the anime Erased. Who knows? They're both very good that I happen to enjoy and finish. So guys, stay tuned till next week. I love you all, and hopefully, sneak peek, I'll have another video out by Saturday, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Bye!